to me.
Directly denied?
Yes. I can request access.
Liane.
Yeah, I
is
requested
requesting
permission.
Yeah, Liane is requesting, so I am sharing. Now Corey is requesting, I'm sharing. Okay, and also Samantha. And Kate. Anyway, I will upload it to the share at Renate. Just Nico didn't request. I'm going to share it in the folder that Kate gave me. But when I can put the screenshots with the other version, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit confusing. So, Nico, you're not requesting access?
No, I don't know my Gmail password by heart. It's a Norton-generated password, so I have a good excuse.
You don't need it.
You don't press request access, and then Edina can give you access. That's it.
It says here I have to sign in. Sign in to continue to Google Docs.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know the reason. And if you say just to dismiss, or you're not able to dismiss?
I'm not able to dismiss now.
Okay.
But it's fine. I'll get the documents from Leanne or someone else. It's fine.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen here. And am I sharing?
Yes.
Okay. Then, okay, I will turn my camera. Well, maybe it's not needed. Okay. So I'm going to open Edison, the version that I have. Okay. And if you see in the document, we are going to learn, hopefully, to do 6 different tasks, like 6 steps. The first one is to position the slides in the 3D space out of the display. The second one is to place an overlay in the presentation, then to draw, to use your own video that Renate request as a background for the lesson, and select and save the preferred camera presets, and program the session. And well, not forget about forget about selecting presets. So you don't have to be moving from one slide to the other and also moving the camera presets. Okay, you can leave that program. So let's open the classroom template with the actor on table. It takes its time because it's a laptop I have at home. Okay, so this is the template that we've been using. Okay, I'm not going to get my image here this time because, I mean, it's no news in my chair with my chroma. So first, well, you know how to do this. Materials. Let's put the teaching materials here. It opens, but it's exporting. Okay, so we just leave it work. As you can see, it takes a lot of time because this is not the Edison desk, the equipment that we have there. Okay. Okay, so if you remember, when we move the slides, okay, we had the option to taking the slide out of the display, and we can decide where to put this slide in the 3D space. Okay, so we were here in X points, the slide select out transformation, and you have these options here. What we just we saw that very quickly the other day. If you put just like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.5 and 0, then you can make, you put here the full, okay, but in this version, as you see, it's not prepared. So if you put this, it should work then. Okay, to this one. But what happened if we want to move it to other places, not just full, okay, but any other? Then we go back to world, the 3D world. And in the document that I gave you, what I try is to explain how to move this slide. Imagine we want to put this slide, for example, here, when we select the out, to put it out. And then we have the scale here, where you can decide the size. Okay, when it's outside, sorry, here. Okay, let's say we wanted that size. And then we have in rotate, we have the H, the P, and the R. And with the H, you decide if you want the slide. Maybe I should first take it out from here. Or here. Okay. You can rotate. With the P, you can, I don't know, this is my mouse, it's not working properly, sorry. Okay, you can move it from one side to the other, okay, or you can, let's see here. You can tell it to face the roof or the floor, and to look to one window or the other, okay? So this way you can decide where to put the slide in case you do not want the fold sets like in full, okay? And well, that's it for to move the. You see, I've done like a drawing there. I hope it's easier to understand that way, okay? So you can decide where to place it. And if you decide that this is, you say, okay, this is where I want to put the slide, okay? And because you've done it to slide number 2, if you want to do it for all the slides, then you have to put these figures, these numbers here. You select them all, and you write those numbers here again. Okay, so the presentation will memorize that you want this preset for all of them. Okay. Do you have any questions about this one? Or we can move to the next point.
What exactly is the goal of this, Elena? How do you use this feature in your teaching?
Yeah, here, we will be able to use different, we are not going to do that now, but when you have a lot of templates to decide, okay, for example, if you have football field, or you have like your own video, for example, then maybe you would like this to get the slide closer so the students can read, but maybe you have something here that you don't want to cover. Okay, so you decide that you don't want the slide to be just in front and in the middle, but here. So you do not cover an image that you want to not to cover in your slide. Sorry, in your template, in the one that you use. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Although I'm questioning whether in education you will really use this.
Well, it's a part of your own stage. I mean, you know that this can be done, and if you select an image to put instead of the templates that we have, and you still want to show something that it's on the left corner, then maybe you decide to place this on the right side when you take the slide out. That's That's the only reason. In our template, for example, it's nonsense because you just put the full screen and it covers everything and it's okay because we don't have anything here that we really have an interest in showing. Okay?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so another thing that you can do is to place an overlay in your presentation. For example, if you want to use a logo of your university, that you can put it here, or maybe your name or whatever, you can put in any side of your slide. So when you move from one place to the other, the image stay here in overlay. Okay, that's the second point. And to do that, you have to click on Effects, click on it. Okay, and then you go to Input. Sorry. You go to Input, and then you double click on Selector. Okay, you remember the inputs that we have here? The input one should be my image here with the camera, and here I will say, okay, the source is the webcam, and if I have my integrated webcam and I choose that, then my image will appear here. So we are going to tell the system that we want another input to be fixed here. So we, for example, say input 6. It could be 2, but to make it like very clear, we will select 6 and which source, and we will tell we want image. Okay, and then it said which image, and let's say as this is not a slide, it's an image, so I can use this one. I drag and drop here. Okay. And it should appear, but it's not appearing. Okay. So we go here to mode. Shows the input as an overlay window. Okay, which input? Number 6. So we click with the right button and we say 6. Okay, so it's here. We don't want it flipped. And this is going to stay here, but you can indicate where you want to position it, not just here. You see, even if we change the camera presets, the image is there. So we are going, now we can put it just in a corner. By coming here to X points, input catch, and you are selecting input 6. we want it like here, here, and smaller. Okay. Okay, so we have the logo here. Okay, the logo, whatever you decide. So when we move, it stays there. Okay. That was the second point. You can put there, I mean, the name of the subject, the topic, the logo of your institution. And sorry, you can put the logo here and another name here. If you repeat the steps, but you select each time input 5, input 4, or whatever. Okay, you have.
Can you maybe show it once again, and then how we, for example, put in the name of the speaker? So a text file?
No. It's here, it's an image. So you need to have already an image with the name of the speaker to put it here.
Okay.
Okay, and you want me to repeat? You have
No, I thought it was also possible with just some text field.
Okay, no. It's just an input to be shown here in the display. Okay. Okay, Renate, shall we move?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then the third point is to draw. Okay, so we have the possibility of drawing here. In this template, we have a blackboard here, but in other display, you can have, in other templates, you can have like different things in the background, or you can have just a display located somewhere in some place in the template. Okay, so if we want to draw here, we can draw on top of the slide, or this is something I can share with you because Benja gave me. It's what we call the draw slide. It's just an image. Okay, sorry. It's just an image, but an image which is transparent. Okay, so you have the last slide here, and you go to this slide, because I asked the developers what happens if I just want to keep on talking in my class, or I want to write something in the blackboard. I don't want the display to be shown. So there was not a possibility. Now they are working on not displaying anything here. But what they gave me was this slide that it's the same effect as if you have no more display here, okay? So you can activate here the on-screen drawing, and this menu appears here. You can open the menu, and you have different options. These are the colors in which you can draw. For example, well, I am with my mouse that is very old, so I don't know if this is going to work more or less. Okay, you can draw here. You can change the colors here. You see, there are some options here, like for example, autocomplete arrow. If I have this activated, if I do just this, it will end, but I can deactivate it. Okay. If you have this activated, it helps you complete the circles. I mean, these are just things if you want to use it, okay? And you can select if you want this to be very, okay, this is a kind of flower, maybe, I don't know. And now you're drawing here, okay? So if you move the drawing, will stay on the blackboard. Okay. But you have this option here, which is, let's wait, okay, which is, let me read, draw in screen space or inside slide space. Okay, if you choose this, then let's say I'm going to draw. Well, sorry, before, if you try to paint here, you can't. Okay, because the display is more or less this size, as you saw with, this is the size of the display, okay? So I can only draw in this area. So if I try to paint here, I can't, okay? Why did this stop? I don't know why this stopped. But if I activate this here, then I can draw in this side and also here and here and here and here outside. But the difference is that if I move my camera, then you will see that these are floating. Okay, let me see. Okay, can you see they are floating? They are not attached to the blackboard. So you have this possibility. I don't know if you will find this useful in this specific template. But just to show you that you can draw, or you can just stay here in this area, drawing in the blackboard. Okay.
For us, this could be a useful feature, as of course we are also educating new teachers. So in that respect, class management is very important, and this way you can even indicate the students in the classroom, look what's happening there. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. Good to know. Okay, so the next feature is to use your own video as a background for your lesson. But I'm not going to be able to show a lot about this because I need the Edison desk and not. But at least I'm going to show you how you can use the video. How can you select and where to put the video you are going to use. You see that to explain something, I click on this first tile here, which is the browser area. You can also put it here in view areas. You can tick here the browser. Okay, now we are seeing the browser, which is the left column, the camera presets, down the image that you already know, and then the slides and edit. Okay. So when you open browser, you have all these options here, and you have one which is background. Okay, in background is where our classroom is, but we also have an auditorium. We also have Egypt temple. We have some videos. So if you decide to use, this is my video. If you decide to use your own video, which they say you have to use an embed tracking video, not any video. Okay, it's embed tracking videos. And if I'm not wrong, with the Edison Pro application, when you record the video, it's already with the tracking embed. Okay.
Elena, can I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
So when you are presenting something or teaching something and you are recording, right, using OBS Studio together with Edison, can you then change the browser while you are presenting? So change the environment during the video?
Yes. Yes, you can. If you're here and you want to, let's say it's in a history class and you want to jump to another location, then while presenting, you can jump here, okay, to a library that it's, well, you.
But this would then be a library that is not customized? So
Yes.
say you want to have some OU logo there, or indeed the name of the speaker again somewhere present, then you would have to, I don't know, it copies some things.
Yeah, it could be some things. In this case, as I've never done it before with the drawing, I was not sure what was going to happen, okay? And as you see, the drawing stays here, not the one attached to the display, but the drawing that were on the 3D space, okay? And when you...
the picture with the logo is also still there.
Yes.
So if we would implement there the OU logo, that's also still there.
Yes.
Where do you see that? A bottom right. Yeah,
here. Right bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, okay, in any case, for example, this is a video that I dragged and dropped from my teaching materials.
This is the part I still find the most difficult. Where do you get this map now? But that's something probably which has to do with the window machine. Eh?
What? This window here, you mean?
No. I'm working on a MacBook.
Yeah.
And you now, at a certain moment, your computer pops up with all your folders, but I have no clue how to get there.
Ah, okay. Here, can you see it shows here at the bottom? Can you see it?
Yeah, globalization.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not clicking, I'm just with my pointer. Okay, so I see that that's my folder. So I click on it.
And that's your desktop.
Yes, this is my desktop. Okay. This is my desktop. Or if I had an external disk, I will also see it here.
Yeah.
And I have this in my desktop. Okay, my teaching materials.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, I had one folder with decoration in case I want to customize the classroom, and then with the materials. And this was a video I had here. So I just dragged and dropped the video from my folder to backgrounds. And I put it all together with the rest of the default backgrounds. So when you have your video with your tracking embed, you just drag and drop it here so you can use it at one point in your presentation. Okay, so in this case, it remains here because we chose actor on table, remember, actor on table. So, but we can change the setting. Okay, but this is not a good video. This is not with the tracking embed. Okay, it was just for the example. So we better come to our classroom. Okay. So okay, I delete all the drawings. And so we can move to the next point, which is to select and save new. We don't need the browser anymore. Okay, so we just take it out. We have all the camera presets here. And we know that we can move from one another. Okay. And also we said the other day that we can, apart from the camera presets, we can move inside the 3D space to see the scene from other angles. So we have to press Alt and mouse left to move like this, okay? Or mouse right for the zoom, okay? You see our virtual scenario there. Okay, so let's say that I want this camera preset because I like it. Then I want this. I click on this. These are the default. I click here and I have a new camera preset. This is the new camera preset. Okay, and I want another one to be this one, for example. Okay, so this, I click on 10, and this is my new camera preset. So I decide the camera presets that I want to use just by moving in the 3D space with Alt on the left or right mouse and clicking on the tile. Okay, so it's quite easy to do it. And you can also delete camera presets. If you don't like, for example, I'm not going to, you can, for this project, you can delete the default camera presets or the new. Okay, let's see, maybe well, I'm not going to delete this, but if I imagine I do this camera preset to the corner, okay, this is going to be camera preset number 12. So we can come here and then go to that strange new camera preset that I chose, and I say, no, I regret, I don't like it. So I can just clear it, okay? And it disappears. So I delete, and I can also rename them far. I can far and, well, far, just far, okay? So this is, sorry, the new name. You don't have to have just, you see, they put long shot, left long shot, then you can add the name here, far, okay? So, and you can also change the order of the camera presets. In this case, it swaps into two camera presets. For example, I have 9 and 10. I can click on 10 and move it here. Swap camera, yes. Nothing happens, but this should swap between 10 and 9. Things that are not happening, I think they are more likely because of my version, okay? Okay, now it worked. I moved number far, I had it here, and now I'm, okay, so I can move from one another, and it swaps. So, okay, here I have light out, and here I have 6. And finally, if you don't have any questions about this, finally, we are going to program the session so we can indicate that we want to start with a specific camera preset. And when we are, for example, in slide 4, we want the system to move to the next camera preset without us having to move in that moment. Okay, so if you can see the document that I shared, I did like a figure, a scheme, where you have from slide 1 to slide 9, and while you move from the first to the last slide, you will indicate the system in which slide you want to move to the next camera preset. Okay, so let's say we are in number 1. And we have to come here. You see that when you place your pointer here, it turns in blue, and then you click. And here you have the slide timeline. This is a space that it can be, you have here the duration. Here you have 1.5 seconds. You can change it, for example, to 8 seconds. And this is the time that you need to add some instructions here, okay? Maybe you think 8 seconds and then you use 4, no problem. But these 8 seconds are associated to this first slide, like here, globalization. This is the timeline for number 1. So what I want is to start from extreme long shot. So I take this camera preset here and I drag and drop to the beginning of the slide. So when I start my presentation, I started, as you see, from the extreme long shot. So I want to tell the system that while I start explaining and after 4 or 5 seconds, I want to change the camera preset. So because I have like 8 seconds, I will go to second number 5. And I will drag and drop for example, this one. Okay. Now you will see what happens. So.
Elena, I don't really understand what you just did now because it zoomed in.
Yeah. Yeah, because.
How did you do that with because now I see indeed like a red bar and the blue bar. I don't really understand what just happened. Sorry.
Yeah. No, don't worry. It took me time also to understand. Okay. The thing is that this should not be. Okay. Now. This is the transition. Well, let's see if you. Well, we are here. We are going to start with the presentation. Okay. Now we are going to move to slide number 1, in which we indicated that we wanted to start with the extreme long shot, and after a few seconds, without us doing anything, the camera preset moves to the frontal shot. I think we decide. So we are going to jump to the first. Okay. Do you see? Do you understand?
If I'm correct, this is a kind of when you have a live class, you want to prepare your class beforehand. You say, welcome to the class. My name is Elena, and today I'm gonna talk about this, this, and this. And to prevent that you have to push a lot of buttons during your class, you already time it this way that as soon as you start with your presentation, the camera zooms in on you and the presentation.
Exactly. And you can use that feature for a real-time class or to record your video. So you only have to be concentrated in passing the slides and explaining the content. But you know that we did this for the first, but maybe you want to say that after 3 slides, you want the camera preset to move again. Okay, so as you see, I'm going to press again on number 1, so you see more clearly that you start with the one that you say, the presentation, it's going to start from extreme long shot, and after a few seconds, without touching anything, you will move to frontal shot. Okay, so you see? And you just keep explaining, but then you move to the next slide. You are in the same camera preset. The next slide, same camera preset. And maybe when you're on the fourth, you want the camera preset to move again, but you totally forget about having to move. So let's say I'm going to open this, for example, for 5 seconds. So that's my timeline here. And I say, well, when I am in slide number 4, I want it to change again. When I can, if I move, let's say I'm going to use one of my new camera preset, which are quite strange because are like from the chair, but so we can see it clearly. So if I want slide number 4 to jump directly here to this camera preset, then I will put it just at the beginning, okay? So let's go here. We start and then we move, and then we go to the next slide, to the next slide, and then on the 4th, you see we jumped.
How could we make that a transition, Elena, so that it's not like a jump, but that it's, because in the first slide you also have the smooth transition, and that is the part that I did not get, because I would indeed assume that it does this immediate thing. So what is the difference between having the smooth transition and the immediate transition?
Yeah, I just dragged and dropped this here, okay? It's the blue. So if I click on the blue, you see 2 arrows. If I take this arrow and I say, I want this transition to last 1 second, okay? So I open this, the blue area. Let's see. We are here, and then we go to the 2nd, to the 3, and to the 4. It was very quickly because I said just 1 second. If I want this, that's why I decide here more or less the seconds that I'm going to need for the movements that I am going to implement. So I can take this again and say, no, it was just too quickly. I want this to be real smooth. So 4 and 5 seconds. Okay, so we start, we move, we come to the next slide, we stay in the same place, and then in 4.5 seconds, we are going back to the camera preset that we indicated.
Okay, thanks.
And then we will stay here for the next slides, okay? Unless on slide 7, for example, we say, okay, you see this is, can you see the 7 here? Okay, slide 7 in which we are now. And I say, well, now I want, I need 4 seconds because when we are on second number 3, I want to jump to a close-up shot.
And Elena, is it then me being the teacher? Can I still decide myself when I change from the 2nd slide to the 3rd slide? And is that the timing also for the camera sets now? Or do I have to talk on a certain speed because it's just the clock which is running, and who decides to change the slides?
No, you move the slides.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's on the timing is dependent of the moving of the slides, turning around the slides.
Yeah, the timing is to allow you to indicate the transition of the camera preset that you are attaching to that slide.
Yeah, okay.
But you move the slides.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Nico had a question as well, but you probably don't see the hands which are raised.
No, I don't see anything unless I come here. So Nico, do you have a question?
Yeah, my question was actually kind of related to that, because Renate's question went into the slides changing, right? But what you're discussing is actually the camera position changing. So within the first slide, we could have, say, the first second of a long shot and then say, okay, within that first slide, I want to transition now to a close-up like that. Yeah. Is there any way to manipulate that live? So let's say I had my presentation prepared and I found out, okay, I need like 2 seconds to say, hey, hello, everyone, and then drink a glass of water or something. But I happen to be choking on my water. So I want to delay this close-up. Is that possible?
Yeah, but I think if you're choking in that moment, you are not going to maybe to find. But
okay,
if
fair enough. But
no. I mean, you have to come to here and say break.
okay.
If you say break, then it stops.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so it's not like very intuitive, like just pressing a button. Okay, you have to break.
Okay.
So
but I think, Nico, that's something which is not really necessary, as the timing is aligned with you changing the slide positions. So if you don't click on next slide yet, then the camera stays in the position you had it.
You could change the camera setting within the same slide, right?
You can, sorry?
You could change the camera position within the same slide, right?
Yes. We are again here. In fact, here we have 2 camera presets. The first one, because we indicated that the first one was the extreme long shot and we wanted to start with that one. And then we moved to the frontal shot. But if we gave us enough seconds here, let's say 20. Well, 20 is too much. And then we can move and we can say, okay, when we are on second 10, we want another, even another, okay? So we go to this one, for example, here, okay? As you see, it automatically gave us a very slow transition from the last one, but you can click on it and say, no, I don't want them to be together. Sorry, I don't know what I'm moving. I'm not sure what I'm moving. Maybe I'm moving not the other. Let me see. Okay, now we have it. We have it here. I think I was, sorry, I think I was moving the other one. Yeah. Well, I don't know what I moved, but my intention was to add. Okay, we start from here. So we have the first, and now we move to, you see, we have had 3 different camera shots, even though I was not able to separate the 2 and the 3, but you for sure, you know, because I mean, in the new version, it's easier to put it here, and it's the version that you have. Okay, when you try this, the screen, the camera presets are going to appear here, separated from the former one. And you, by double clicking here, you will decide the length of the transition. So you can have as many camera presets as you want in the same slide. And you decide in the time line when you want after how many seconds you want each camera preset to start happening. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So, well, this was the content for today. I don't know if you have any question or you want to start practicing, or you had the practice. Kate told me you have the practice today, now, following this this hour, or tomorrow.
I think I have my practice session, Renate speaking, this afternoon at 3 o'clock.
I have mine tomorrow.
Okay,
So
I
there are 3 practice sessions, self-study sessions today, and the other 2 self-study sessions are tomorrow. And there are 5 more individual tutoring sessions with you, Elena, also tomorrow. So overall, there are like 10 hours of practice time.
Yeah,
5 of them. Yeah, self-study, and the other 5 with you.
Okay, yeah, because I have in my calendar the 4 sessions for tomorrow and 1 more for Wednesday. Okay, Liane is Wednesday, and on Tuesday we have Renate, Roland, Cory, and Nico. Okay, but
This is all in the schedule again. So you have the schedule, and I sent you all the emails there. So
yeah.
yeah.
But Elena, then it sounds as if you now don't have the correct schedule in front of you, because Sam should be in that schedule and Roland no longer. And I heard you mentioning the name of Roland.
Yeah, I have Roland here.
In the Surf Drive and in emails, in the recent emails, with also where you have the emails of all the participants and the link to the Surf Drive, you have all the updated schedules and
yeah. But there were no changes for the follow-up. No, Kate? There were no changes because no changes. Yeah.
And
So,
it should fit in the time window that you indicated. I mean, when we were scheduling these meetings.
yes. Yeah, there's no problem at all with the follow-up sessions that are in my schedule from the first day, but I didn't change this. But Roland, Samantha is in the same time slot as Roland was from 1 to 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he's
great.
in the sick leave and he had an accident, and Samantha is stepping up for him instead of him.
Yeah. So the only time slot that I don't have in mind are the self-practice one, because as I told you, I was not expected to be on those self-practice. I didn't include it in my calendar, but if I can confirm now where they are, I will be available on those that I can be available. Okay.
I think that is not necessary, but now I'm also looking at Katarina. I think the intention was that we really by ourselves practiced in the lab, or not?
Whose intention? I mean, my intention was that you really have a dedicated time with the support of the tasks and the given instruction to just feel comfortable with the software and try everything out. But
Yeah,
I'm not
so
sure how it fits exactly the course and your expectations and feelings about this whole workflow.
yeah, but Elena doesn't have to be around then, eh?
I don't know. So it's again, so I scheduled it from my perspective, but now you can decide. Yeah, because we did not, particularly agree on anything there.
Yeah, it was Renate, it was self-practice.
Yeah.
But what I say from my point of view is, if I am working on my laptop and you are practicing and I have time, I can be available to help you if you need it in your self-practice, or even as I did in your first session, I was available, so I participate in your self-study the whole hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I ask you, because I'm in 2 computers right now. Who has the self-practice today? Who have it and at what time? So I can confirm whether I can be if you need me or not.
I have it this afternoon at 3.
At 3. Okay, then if you need me, Renata, you let me know, because I will be at home, but I pick up my children at 3.
Okay.
But at 3:20, I will be here. Okay. So if you need me, you send me what you can send me. A Skype, a message, or whatever.
Yeah, I can send you just a Teams message.
Perfect.
Or an email, but to be honest, my goal would be to get it
do
up
it
and running
on your own.
a bit by myself.
Okay, great.
And maybe I reach out to Katarina or Lian. But yeah, the ultimate goal, of course, is that we get it up and running ourselves here in Heerlen.
Okay,
So,
okay. In any case, you know that I will be here from 3:20, more or less.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That
and
would be great.
anybody else today?
Nico and I also have our self-study today from, I think Nico starts at 1 and I start at 2, but we'll let you know if we need anything.
Okay, okay, because I have, yeah. Okay, so I think I will also be available, but I will wait for you to contact me.
And just to clarify, to the participants, you would like them to open the document in the link that you shared. Yes, and based on this, to open up the software, maybe ideally in 2 different screens or windows, and then step by step, do the tasks that you outline in this document, right?
Sorry, Kate, was that a question for who?
Yes, so that the participants know exactly what they need to do in the self-study session.
Yeah. The steps, if you see in the document, I put like the former steps and then these lesson steps. So you can just like start by the second steps or do the whole thing from the beginning. Okay, but for now, position the slide in the 3D space out of the displays, place the overlay, draw, drag and drop a video. This, I think there's nothing really important to do in this, in 4, because it's just to drag and drop, but you have to find the browser tab and select and save the preferred camera preset. Those first steps from 1 to 5 are, I think, quite easy. You just have to know to remember where to click and then to practice programming your session with the camera presets on each slide.
And the materials, Elena, because last time we received some materials. I don't remember where they exactly came from, but do we have materials again? Where can we find them?
How do you call the
Surf drive?
Yes, that. You have the materials there. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm also, or maybe you can upload also the step-by-step session too there. So we have
Which
everything
one?
together.
From the last time, you mean?
No, this one, because the
from the Google Drive.
Yeah, and Kate, I have a question. Remember that I started working. I told you I'm going to start working on the screenshots that you took for the first session. Okay, because they are like very clear and it was easier for me like to complete the slides with the explanation. So I work on that, but when I open it the next time, they were not saved.
I think this is your editor thing. So if you work on them, then you need to save them before you close them, because sometimes Windows doesn't do it automatically. And I think this is a Windows problem.
So I better download, work on local, and then upload again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Then I have to do session 1 again. Okay. But no problem, because it was like very well explained and I was just adding a few sentences in each screenshot. Okay. Okay, and then you can upload this one. And if you find any difference in the screenshots, in the indications that I give, just let me know, because maybe because of the difference in the versions, okay? But I did this second step-by-step session 2. I did it from the Edison desk. So the screenshot should be the same that you have in your lab, okay? These are not from my computer because I did it last week. But if you see that anything is different, just let me know. Okay.
Thank you, Elena. And can I ask for one thing from participants? Some of you already last week gave us really valuable feedback on your experience of the training, the software, and yeah, working with the with everything. Could we ask you to, as you go with the self-study sessions and with this course overall, to collect, maybe to take some notes on yeah, how you experience it, what could be improved, and yeah, all the feedback that you have. And in any form, for example, a quick email or even a Teams message, whatever you find convenient, just send it to us before you forget. If you do so, then on Thursday, also, we have the main kind of feedback point for this course, the focus group discussion, where I hope that all of us will be present face to face. We will then discuss, yeah, all the experience of this course. And Elena, I think it's most important for brainstorm as well. If you have some specific questions you would like us to bring up during the session,
Yeah.
or if you would like to be present in the session yourself, you have the time slot. We would be glad to take them into consideration, and please, as soon as possible, so that we can prepare in due time.
Yeah, Kate, I definitely would like to be in the focus, at least, I mean, to hear the experience, not to intervene unless you ask me, but just to hear your opinions, your requests, whatever. And I think Andrea sent you the questions already because we agree on them last week.
So far, I haven't received much yet, but hope they are coming.
Yeah. I had 3 questions, and I think he also had some more like technical, some others. So I will remind him because maybe he thinks he sent it to you. I knew he was he wanted to do it for last Friday, so I will remind him.
Thanks.
But we already have the questions.
Perfect.
At what time is the follow-up? Sorry, I also have it in my schedule.
Yeah.
On Thursday, it's at 10.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And it's just 1 hour, and we'll also have it, yeah, online. It will be face to face, but in a conference room that allows also recording through Teams and participation also at a distance.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, then, well, thank you on my side. Thank you, and
thank you too.
Thank you, Elena.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great that you made the time for this, and good luck everyone this afternoon with and tomorrow, of course, with practicing. Myself, I still experience it as quite a challenge. So
yeah, and also in your case, Renate, you have to deal with like this new program and also not being familiar with Windows. I don't know which thing is more stressful. I don't know.
But it's great that both Lianne and Nico are first. So I can always jump in their offices to ask for more advice. Yeah, I think we will cope with it.
Okay.
So thanks a lot, and we will be in touch soon again.
Okay, thank you.
See you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.